even millions of business owners create successful, prospering businesses. That's my goal. There is nothing like CIBN that is out there because everything just has a little piece of what we have. So I made a decision years ago to be awesome. I made a decision one time and I just continue to be awesome every day. We have a magazine that's coming out very shortly in January. It is called The Connector, and the first edition is happening January 2021. Forbes found out when they did their study, 80% of businesses don't do any, and 80% fail. Hello, these numbers are tied together, okay? You have to network. Networking is their lifeblood. By being mentored, by going to networking meetings, and by going to mastermind meetings. And if you're not doing that, you're dead in the water. If you know of a networking group that's already in operation, that's having a hard time doing stuff online and is having a hard time of helping their members become more successful, we're looking to adopt those groups.
Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of the Startup Impact Show. This is our first very episode of 2021, and I am Shivi, your host for the show. And I want to wish you all a very happy new year. Something that last year has taught all our business owners and entrepreneurs is adaptability. And no matter what happens, we need each other, we need each other's support, and we should not shy away from asking for help. So to do so, we at the Startup Impact team decided to create this very first episode with none other than but the networking guru, Kerry George, who is the CEO at the CIBN Connect. So Kerry is a professional networker and has been a keynote speaker for hundreds of online and live events. Her organization, CIBN Connect, conducted over 500 plus events annually for more than a decade. The CIBN Connect online networking programs are now attracting thousands of visitors per year, and her Mastermind series has been having a dramatic effect on the revenue of entrepreneurs, changing the way they do business in our current world circumstances. So Kerry, as the CEO at CIBN, her vision is to inspire entrepreneurs with their own vision and passion. It is her goal that entrepreneurs should not just survive, but thrive no matter what the economy is doing. So please help me in welcoming a passionate networker, collaborator, connector, author, entrepreneur, and a business mentor across US and Canada, Kerry George. Kerry, thank you so much for coming on the show. I am honored to have you as my guest on my first episode of 2021.
Well, thank you. I'm honored to be here. It's always a pleasure and an honor to work with entrepreneurs and people who are starting out in business and those that are trying to run enterprises. And I can't wait to talk to you today.
Yeah, and this is our first very episode of 2021. So who better than you? You have been a networking guru across. You have helped startups, small business, entrepreneurs throughout the pandemic last year. So it's an honor, it's a pleasure, and equally informative to have you today, Kerry. So thank you so much for joining us today.
It's great to be here.
So Kerry, I still remember our first Zoom meetings that we were introduced to through the networking platform, and you were really kind to speak with me. And that was the moment I realized, and I was thinking that you became a networker, but when you were growing up, did you always wanted to be a networker? Because people have different ambitions, people have different goals when they are becoming a doctor, a lawyer, a software engineer, stuff like an actress. Like what was your, do you always see yourself as a networker, or how do you wanted to take your career forward?
I don't think that any little boy or little girl actually grows up and says, I want to be a networker when I grow up. I don't think most people know even what that means. I know I certainly didn't know what that meant, although I was thinking lately that people in my family have always been networkers. They always drew other people to one another, but this didn't have a name. It didn't have a category, and it certainly wasn't an industry. And I know even now when I'm filling out government forms or doing something that says, what do you do? And it just doesn't fit neatly into anything. And sometimes, I was trying to explain to a family member recently what I did, and they're not an entrepreneur, so they were a little confused. And I was saying, well, it's kind of like I own a privately owned chamber of commerce. And they're like, oh, well, I think I know what that is.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's very well said. Privately
yeah.
owned Chamber of Commerce.
And I said, okay, how about I help people advertise themselves. I'm in advertising. Oh, okay, I understand that. But nobody understood, and even today doesn't really understand networking. And in fact, Forbes did a study of 7,000 business owners across North America a few years ago and discovered that 80% of all businesses do zero networking, and that many of them don't even know what it means. And that would certainly be our experience as well right now.
And no wonder why you are the networking guru as per Forbes Financial Post. So Kerry, when you decided to be a networker, like, did it came natural to you? Like, did you enjoy it? Because people, that is the first question that I hear from people. Like, okay, I don't know what the networking means. Like, I know I need to network, like business owner says, they know they need to network, but how they need to network, what they need to do, even what networking is all about.
Yeah, that's true. When I got started networking, I was a business owner. I had gone into a marketing business and I was trying to get clients. So I started driving an hour to the closest city to go to live networking events and introduce myself. And I found out very quickly that it worked, and I was making more money, and more revenue was coming in for my business. It was a very effective way of getting more business for my marketing company. But as I started to do it more and more, I took over some volunteerism running a network. And the next thing you know, I was running a lot of different meetings, and I was having more fun doing the networking than I was in running my other business. And so it didn't take very long, and I took over that network for my city, and then I started to expand it, and we were approached by one of our largest competitors and asked if we would take over their other meetings. So we grew very quickly doing that kind of a takeover kind of growth expansion strategy. And then the next thing you knew, we had changed the network. We were changing the culture of the network. We were adding new components to the networking and training opportunities for business owners. And CIBN Connect was born, and things started to take off and transpire. And we've been helping business owners ever since, and having a lot of fun doing it.
So when was CIBN Connect launched? Was it 8 years back? And what was at that point in your mind that how this company should look like? Because we know that as every entrepreneur, we try to launch something, but it changes the shape. It takes a different step altogether as we grew. So what was initially in your mind when you were launching it, and how it all happened?
There's so much water been under the bridge since we got started. I think in 2012, we started, like I said, with some monthly meetings. It was called Calgary Business Network. We were operating out of our one city here in Calgary. Then the next year, we took over these lunch groups where one person per industry was attending, and they were giving each other leads over lunch. And we had, all of a sudden, we jumped from, one or two groups a month to now we had 17 groups running weekly. And there was this, some really great growth happening. But what did it look like? Nothing like what it looks like today, like nothing. It was, there was the idea that you could have one person per industry and they could meet for lunch, and we kept that for a long time. But there were so many things that changed, because as we started to do it, we realized that business owners needed so much more, and no one was providing it for them. So I had a background in marketing and social media, and business owners didn't seem to understand that. They were frustrated by it. They didn't seem to know how to make money networking. Many people would start networking, then they would quit because they would think if this isn't working, but they weren't giving it enough time and they weren't doing the right things. So we created Networking Boot Camp, which now today is called the Links and Leads Boot Camp. And now it's morphed into something even better because we also have the 5 stages of networking success in our success path. And that helps our networkers actually accomplish great things in their networking and grow large, followings of people, both face to face and as well as online. And then we created social media boot camp to help our members learn how to do social media better, and also figure out what works for them and what makes money. And so we have this really awesome boot camp now that members can take that will completely change the way they do social media, and it will reduce their need for buying ads. So it's so cost effective and time effective for them. And over the years, we've added more pieces to that. There's like today we have so much fun with it. Just in the last few months, we started doing, it's a 7-day challenge to get 700 pieces of social media content built for your business. And it's a huge hit. We have people from all over the place sign up for that one. And basically, if they're not a member, they can take it for $17. And if they are a member, it's included in their membership. And we show them how to do this, and it's phenomenal because they learn how to make posts for Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, and how to work with B2B and not just business to consumer, but business to business. And we have all kinds of cool events like that that really help business owners improve their bottom line. So we've been having so much fun with it. And that's just in the networking part. We also added a mastermind component very early on, and our mastermind section has really grown. We just actually tripled the numbers of people in the mastermind program in November.
Gosh, so this is not just like any networking platform. It's like a total 360-degree holistic platform where you have a mastermind, where you have the boot camps, where people are not scared of sharing their vulnerabilities around it, where you actually handhold and guide them. So what is Mastermind actually? I'm more influenced in knowing.
Well, Mastermind is not networking, okay? It has nothing to do with networking. It's an additional piece that we have at CIBN. Networking is where you come together and you meet people and exchange leads, and it's all about the lead. At a networking meeting, you may get a lead that will feed you for a day or a week or a month. A great lead might even feed you for a year. But at Mastermind, you don't get leads, you get concepts, you get strategies, and you build systems into your business and into your life that change your bottom line, change your revenue. So at a Mastermind meeting, you're not getting a lead that can maybe give you a couple $1,000s. You're getting a concept that might add $80,000 to your bottom line this year. And next time you come, you get one that adds another 10,000, and then you get one that adds another 100,000, and you get one that adds another, and it just goes on and on like that. So Mastermind is strategy, and we help our members work through some amazing challenges in Mastermind. And we've had some really awesome success stories in both these programs in the last year, even in the COVID nightmare that the world has been in, and so many businesses going out of business. We've had some of our members that have really tied in tight, that have stepped up and said, hey, I need some help. And we were able to help them. For example, John Nielsen, who is an auto mechanic, he's actually got an essential service. And that first week in March, when all these businesses got shut down, his business was able to stay open, but nobody knew they were open, and the whole world had gone into the fetal position, and nobody's moving. Nobody's actually, they're not even looking outside to see what's going on and who's still open. And he had to get the message out. He started laying off people. He was worried about his business, just like many people were worried about their businesses. And all around him, his competitors and friends were going out of business in the same industry. So he reaches out to CIBN because he'd been a sponsor for a couple of years, and he knew we would have help for him. And we did, and we got the word out right away, and we also connected him with some excellent people in marketing. Railgun Marketing stepped up and assisted him. He had an email list he had never utilized. We had our email list, had thousands of people on it. So we started to, get the word out for him. And what ended up happening over the next few months is that he had the best summer that he's ever had. And he's 18 years in business, and he had never had a summer like this. And in fact, even in October, we saw him near the end of October, and he was saying it was the best October in all of the years that he'd been in business. And it was all due to CIBN and being part of that. So we've got some tremendous success stories in the network. That's just one of them. Other things like business owners, like coaches who'd always done one-on-one sessions, and they'd never done online sessions, and they hadn't considered how to do that or how to multiply their efforts to a group instead of just working one-on-one. And we were able to show them how to do that. We've had other people like marketers who know how to do online marketing, but tragically were not doing it for themselves that well. They were doing it for other people, and just walking them through, how to be not that shoemaker that was wearing worn out shoes, but actually getting your stuff implemented to your own business, just doing things better in a more timely way. And that's been good for all business owners, online networking, online masterminds. There are two things that business owners struggle with all the time: not enough money, not enough time. So online networking is like a quarter of the cost of face-to-face networking. And it's fast. You're on there in 2 seconds, you're off at the end of the hour, and you're back working, doing what you got to do. So great for time, great for money. And the same for the mastermind, making thousands of dollars more because of what you learned. And you're on there right now, and you're done at the end. There's no driving home, and there is no fooling around. We even show you how to book your follow-up meetings during the meeting. So you don't have to do that tomorrow. It's fabulous. And business owners are saving time, they're saving money, they're multiplying their efforts. And that's what we do at CIBN. We help you get things done.
Oh, wow, Kerry. Like stories and testimonials and the success stories of like these actually help us knowing that how important it is to brainstorm, how important it is to network, how important it is to go out and ask for help out there. So you have different programs, Kerry. You mentioned you have boot camps, you have online networking, you have Mastermind. So what makes CIBN so different from other networking platforms? What makes you guys so unique in terms of networking, or even at the Mastermind platforms?
Well, I'm glad that you asked, because we are incredibly unique. There is nothing like CIBN that is out there, because everything just has a little piece of what we have. So for instance, you can go networking, or you can go to Masterminds, and you can pay a lot of money for both those things. You can also do some of them for free. Okay, but let's start there. You go for free. Well, when you go for free, nobody's got no skin in the game. So good luck with that. You know how it is when you get things for free. It's worth the price you paid for it. It's free. No one's going to stick around for a long time and really be committed when it comes to free programs. So, and yourself, do you want people to pay you your money for what they're buying from you, or you want to give it to them for free? How long can you stay in business like that, right? And when it comes to cost comparison, nobody can compete, because we actually offer so many additional things at CIBN for the same price, all added in as value adds. So our networking, for instance, instead of being thousands of dollars a year, networking is typically about $2,500 a year. Our online networking, if you're paying full price right now, it's about $710 a year for online networking. It includes social media boot camp, links and leads boot camp, the challenges, all of these things, thousands of dollars worth of training and events, all included in that. And, we're showing you how to get money made for your business right away. So all of that is right in there. Nobody else has a 5-stage success path for successful networking. That doesn't exist anywhere. Okay. We know, because we made it. Okay. We're producing a magazine right now too, a magazine and an app, and all this stuff comes with that. There's no additional cost. It just comes with that. Okay. So it's all part of the same program. And then our Mastermind program, when you get Mastermind anywhere else, you just get Mastermind. And again, Mastermind is usually $10,000, $25,000 a year for a good Mastermind program that works. And again, you can get free, Sure, you get together 6 of your buddies and you can mastermind, okay? But if you don't have anyone who is like wildly successful in the group, you don't have anyone who is there to help you and assist you and show you how to get things done, you know what? Again, good luck with that, right? But at CIBN, our masterminds are ran by facilitators who are successful in business, and they know how to bring other people together who are successful in business. And you glean the real life experience and wisdom of people who are where you want to be before you get there. And they're willing to share in an open way, and you have access to that information. And on top of it, the mastermind program includes all the networking and includes all the training events, plus additional mastermind training events, which are at a higher level to grow your business. So all of those things come together at CIBN, and that's what makes us so different than any of the competitors. You don't have, like, actually, we don't have any competitors. I have competitors in networking. There's a lot of people running around claiming they're running networking meetings. By the way, ask them what they do for their real job. Have fun with that, because they will usually tell you that they run a marketing company, they're a real estate agent, they're this, they're that. How much real information about networking can you get from somebody who's doing it on the side? It's their side thing that they're using to get you to become their lead for their real thing, okay? CIBN isn't like that. This is our real thing. This is the gig, okay? We are online, full-time, networking every day, day after day after day. I've been in personally 6,000 networking meetings, but just personally, not including my team. And I have also ran or facilitated over 2,000 mastermind events. So we have some experience here, and we actually have a huge success ratio with our business members. So those are some differences between us and whatever else is out there.
So shall I say that you guys are like a one-stop solution?
Absolutely.
For any organization who wants to go to the next level.
We really are, because if we don't know it, if you ask me a question we don't know the answer to, we don't know how to respond to that, we have an expert somewhere in the network who would know the answer to your questions, and we can connect you to them. And of course, using an expert who's a member of the network is not going to be free, but it's going to be fair priced. And guess what? They get things done, because you can't come to regular online networking on a face-to-face, online kind of way every week, week after week after week, and provide lousy service, okay? It gets real uncomfortable to keep showing up to the meeting if you haven't been providing good service. So our members provide great service, and they're accountable to one another. So if you get a solution for any of the things that you need in your business or your life from CIBN, chances are very high that the quality of service is going to be very good, because the member wants to keep coming back next week and telling everybody else about what they do, and they want to use your testimony. So this is a great place to get awesome service and a one-stop shop for everything that you might need, because we have access to it if we don't have it ourselves.
So Kerry, tell us, like, let's say if companies wants to connect with you, if entrepreneurs or even the founders or a small business wants to connect with you, what they should do, and what are the things that they should know about your business, about CIBN Connect, and how they can be a part of CIBN Connect.
Well, you can find us online really easy in so many ways. So the first one, of course, is the website, and it's simply thecibn.com. And if you go there to the event page, there's always events. If there's promotions or specials on membership, there's a membership page. There's also things on the main page that would lead you to that. So very easy to find your next event you can attend, or the next way that you can participate. Entry level currently right now is $59 a month to be a member of CIBN. You can again find that on the website. There are some free groups and things like that we offer as well if you just want to start checking it out. Facebook, we have a group called Networking. You might get some idea that it is about networking. It is a free way to participate. It'll ask you for your email address when you join. And if you want to network, you should get used to giving that out. Because people can't call you if you don't give out your phone number, and they can't email you if you don't give out your email address. But this group on Facebook, it's a free group. Anyone can join it. And you come in there and you can talk about your business immediately. You can post freely about your business and your specials. It's there for you to do this right away. Another place you can find us for free right away is on YouTube. We have a channel called CIBN TV. Easy to find. Just search CIBN TV. And again, we give away all kinds of free tips and advice for business owners there. Fantastic place just to get some awesome free stuff anytime you want. And our mastermind programs also accessible through the website. Just look under the membership section. It'll tell you the latest promotion and things that are going on. There's often open dates and closing dates. So if you see something that's available, like membership to start at this time for this price, do it now. Don't put it off, because the next time you come, the site might be closed for that level of membership for a while, because it's not open all the time. And the reason is we take on a bunch of new members and we work with them and start getting success in their lives. We get them into our magazine, we tell their stories, and then we close the portal for a while because we're working with them. And we don't want to be in promotion phase all the time. So if you get there and it's open, buy it. Do it now. Get started. You know what? It's 100% tax write-off if you buy membership at any level, CIBN. So it's no risk to you. You write it off and you get going. And we show people, usually right away on how to double, triple, quadruple their ROI on what they have gotten involved in. So, just get really involved though. Don't be this, I'm going to put my toe in the water and see how warm it is. Okay, how does that serve you in the rest of your business, right? Decision makers get stuff done. So don't put your toe in the water, okay? You want a full dunking experience. Get into the water. Do it. You'll be so glad that you did, because it'll change your life, it'll change your business and your bottom line. And you know what? Next year, you'll still be in business. 10 years from now, you'll still be in business and you'll be prosperous. You'll own your business instead of your business owning you. So, get started. Let's do it.
Absolutely, Kerry. And something, Kerry, I notice is like networking does take a lot of energy. How do you manage to have that charisma? How do you manage to have that personality with you all 365 days? How do you do it, Kerry? Because I know, like, when I was networking, it does take a lot of time, does take a lot of energy. It does take a lot of passion to actually do it, to actually feel human, because we are networking through a human being, so we need to feel them. How do you keep yourself up? How do you manage that space?
Well, that's a huge question, because that requires more than just a couple minutes. But I have to tell you, I made a decision years ago to be awesome. I made a decision one time, and I just continue to be awesome every day. Okay. And I have people who say to me, "Oh, you must not feel awesome all the time." You know what? I step into it every day and just say, I start the day awesome, and I'm going to keep being awesome all the time. And online or live, I've had people say, "Well, I can't keep my energy online because it's different than when I'm live." Okay, it is because you think it is. So stop that, okay? Whatever you say that comes out of your mouth, you make this happen. If whatever you decide inside of you, you create that energy around you. So emotion is formed by motion. Remember that. Tony Robbins talks a lot about it. He says, get up, start going like this, and clap your hands together and move around the room. Get your emotion up by moving your motion. So when I get onto an online call like we're having today, before I come on, I actually go to the mirror first and stretch my face into a smiling position. I feel up, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I have to walk around the room a little bit. If I feel down, if I think my energy is low, I do that. And I would do that if I was going into a live event, the same as I would if I'm going into an online event. Look at the camera and talk to a person. Okay. If you're online, it's just like talking face to face, but you're looking right into that camera. And, and if you're passionate about something, let your body and your face know, for God's sake.
So, Kerry, I know that you guys are in Calgary, but are you guys also like at the CIBN Connect at different places in Canada or in US? If people want to join and connect with you with the business, they would be more interested if you're doing something locally. So where are your presence at the moment?
All right. So we're everywhere, actually. But our primary groups are in Canada and the United States. So everything we have is online and going all the time. And it doesn't matter if the pandemic is on or not on, we're on. Okay, we're online always because it's more cost effective and it's more time effective. And it doesn't matter if there's all kinds of live meetings, you should be doing some online ones anyway, because it's way better for you time wise and money wise. Now, also live meetings, when the situation is all right for that, we have them already going on in Calgary, but right now we're looking at doing that all over the globe in the locations that we're at. Basically, if you have a group of 20 people or more in a city anywhere in the world, we can start doing a monthly event and coaching a leader there to run that. It's not a problem at all. So networking works wherever you are. We just show you how to get it done and make it work for you. So yeah, we can network with you no matter where you are.
Absolutely, and we would love to have some mentorship from you, Kerry. Why not? Why not to gain out of something when those services are out there? So, Kerry, tell me now. What I'm excited about to know is that you guys thrived and you guys amazed, rocked the pandemic 2020. What is your goal for 2021? Is there something interesting coming up for the CIBN Connect? What's happening there?
Yes, actually, we have some phenomenal things that are about to be unleashed on the world in 2021. Very exciting things. We have an app that's coming out that we're very, very thrilled about, and it's going to engage both, first-time guests as well as members, and let them know about all kinds of cool stuff that's happening within the network. We have a magazine that's coming out very shortly. In January. It is called The Connector, and the first edition is happening January 2021. It's going to feature members from all over North America, so we're very excited about that. It will come out quarterly from this point on, so you'll be seeing a spring, summer, and fall edition of The Connector. And we're really very excited about that because we want to tell the stories of our members, and we want to represent them all over the continent, but and all over the world as we grow. We're also finding this amazing that's happening. When we first started doing online, people were so concerned about, I only want to network with people who are here in my bubble. If I'm from Edmonton, I want to network with people from Edmonton. If I'm from New York, I only want to meet people from New York. Yeah. And the online phenomena has started to open up the doors where people are realizing that, well, wait a minute, I could take business from another part of the continent. I never thought about that before, but I could. And then there's some people who are saying, well, no, I'm a real estate agent. I can only work with people in my city, and I'm not interested in meeting other people. Stop that, okay? That is stupid. I don't want to tell you, I just want to scream, that's stupid, stop it, okay? Do you think that people don't move to your city from other cities? Where would you meet them? Come on, get onto an online meeting. My God, you're leaving so much money on the table. Someone else is getting it. Get into the meeting, meet those people first, okay? Because they're moving from some city to your city and you have no idea. And somebody else is getting that money. And if you were in that online meeting, which took you no time to get to, you'd have that money. So guys, stop thinking like that. The world is your oyster and we've opened it up for you. All you gotta do is show up to a meeting. So come and eat. We're throwing meat down in front of you. Get on it.
Absolutely. So you are going from local to global at the moment.
Absolutely. We've got people coming into our meetings from India, the Philippines, England, Scotland, Brussels. It's been a phenomenal year, and I know that 2021 is going to be massive.
Amazing. Thank you, Kerry, for sharing those updates. We are now very excited to looking forward for the magazines and the new updates coming up, checking out your members. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that. It's amazing. Now, Kerry, this is something I personally want to know from you, and I'm sure all the viewers want to know from you because nobody else better than you. From the start of 2021, what does Kerry think? What is your advice to the aspiring entrepreneurs out there, to the people who are starting the business out there? What is Kerry's advice to them? Because this is something that we all want to know, that with your experience, what has happened in the world, what's happening now, what do you think they should do? Some tips and tricks out there.
Okay, guys, there is so much that you can do to have a prospering business, even in the middle of crisis, even in the middle of economic breakdown. Okay, and I'm going to give you three real fast. 1, 2, 3. And those three encompass so much more, but I'm just going to tell you what they are, because these three, without them, you will die. Okay, 80% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. And when we do research on why, it all comes down to a bunch of things that they would have found out if they were doing these three things. So here they are. Number one is mentorship. You need to have mentors. You have to have people around you who have been where you want, or where you are and are right now where you want to go. And you need to listen to those mentors, okay? It's not enough to say, I have a mentor. If they tell you to do something you don't like to do and you just go, I'm not going to do that, then they're not a real mentor. You need a real mentor that you're going to listen to. So that's number one, okay? And then number two is networking, okay? As Forbes found out when they did their study, 80% of businesses don't do any, and 80% fail. Hello, these numbers are tied together, okay? You have to network. Networking is their lifeblood. And I'm meeting people these days who are saying, well, I network on LinkedIn. That's my networking thing. That is baloney, okay? That is the online social media channel. That is not networking. Networking means you go into a meeting where you meet other people who want to meet you. That is networking, okay? And anything else is not networking. Stop calling it that, okay? Real networking is critical for your survival and your success. And the third thing that many people never do is masterminds, okay? I meet business owners all the time who don't even know what a mastermind is, okay? Mastermind is collaboration, strategy events where you get together with a group of people and you talk through, I have a challenge in my business and I don't know how to overcome it. Who's overcome it in this room? Let's get some collaborative advice, get some ideas flowing of how to fix this problem. That's a mastermind, okay? I have an idea of thing that I want to grow and I need to figure out some strategies on how to make it grow. And you have a group of people who all together contribute a variety of ideas all at the same time within an hour to 2 hours, and you get all of this put together very, very quickly. Masterminds will take your business from 0 to hero in a year if you participate regularly. So with those three things, you'll get all the other stuff you need, okay? Because businesses go out of business because they don't do their income taxes right. Well, where would you find out about how to do that? At a networking meeting. Businesses go out of business because they don't get any coaching. Well, where would you find a coach? At a networking or a mastermind meeting, okay? You know, so I could list you 100 different reasons that businesses go out of business, and you would find the answers by being mentored, by going to networking meetings, and by going to mastermind meetings. And if you're not doing that, you're dead in the water, okay? There's no hope for a business that is not doing that, especially startup phase, because it's a tough world out there. Especially right now, the economy is so intense. Things are crashing faster than they ever crashed before. You want to be with a group of people who know how to get things done.
Wow. Mentor, network, mastermind. You nailed it, Kerry. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So Kerry, another audience for our show are the job seekers out there. So we have seen much more job losses during COVID than we have ever seen before. So either people are pivoting or they are starting their new business, but we are seeing that people are hustlers. They are going for it. So would you suggest to the people out there, the job seekers out there, how they should move on, and what direction they should take, and how they should secure their life?
Well, job seekers tend to not like me as much as business owners because I'm real straight up and heavy with this, okay? There are thousands of people applying for the job that you want. Thousands and thousands and thousands, probably 100 times more than there ever was before. So I got some advice for you. Stop looking for the job, okay? Stop it. There aren't any. Give up, okay? Instead, get into business. Start a business. Start learning how to provide a service or a product to somebody else. And if you say, well, I don't know anything about that, I have no idea where to even start. You know what? come to CIBN, we'll give you some ideas, okay? Because we have lots of people who've recently started businesses in a variety of ways, okay? That's one way, that you can do that. There are companies out there, all kinds of companies that are network marketing companies, online companies, multi-level marketing companies, affiliate companies, okay? And I know some people are afraid of that, and they don't want to do that, and, oh, I would never dirty myself selling. The whole world runs off sales. Get over it, okay? Get involved in it. This is a river of money that's waiting to be picked up. And by the way, multi-level marketing is actually producing more millionaires per year than all the other industries in the world combined. That's legal, okay? There's some ways you could do it that's not legal, but these are legal, okay? And maybe you've heard they're a pyramid and there's structures and there's all this stuff. You know what? None of that is true. Okay, the government wouldn't let them be in operation if that was true. Get over it. Those are opinions that are keeping you broke. Go join one, at least learn how to start doing things in business. If you fail at it, if you completely suck and you're no good at all, you will still learn things that you can take with you to another business model. But if you don't get started somewhere, you're wrecked, okay? And by the way, as an employee, you have zero tax advantages, like none. You pay the highest rates of taxes that there are in the world, no matter what country you live in, okay? So stop that. If you have if you join like a network marketing or a direct sale or something like that on the side, and then you have a job, if you're the worst person in the world at recruitment and you're terrible at business, you still get tax advantages that you can write off against the income that you made as an employee. So it just makes sense. Start doing something, and there's all kinds of other things you could do too. I just mentioned that one because that's an easy one. It's low cost for entry, but I mean, there's other ways of making money. You could write books. You could start a service out of your house. You could clean houses. There's so many different things that you could do, and you need to start doing something like that because the job's not there. So move on, find something else. And you know what? Life is good as a business owner. Okay, it's a little tough at first because you're like a fish out of water and you don't know what you're doing. I get it. It's kind of painful, hurts a little bit, and it's kind of scary. But once you start getting it, your life is really good as a business owner. You set your schedule. You control your life. If you want to control your paycheck, you just double the activity. I mean, you can make as much money or as little money as you want. It's amazing owning a business. I would recommend entrepreneurialism to anybody. Just get started.
Oh, wow. That's a totally different aspect, Kerry. Thank you for sharing that. It's a little tough, to be honest, to the job seekers to understand the flow, but that is what the CIBN Connect is all about, right? And you have some amazing freebies out there too for people who want to just come and have a look and have a feeler out there. So I would say that go out there, do not get scared, and at least try it, right? What Kerry says is like, until you won't try, you won't go into the waters, you won't know the things, right, Kerry? So, Kerry, this is the favorite part of my show, something really important that we talk here every day, and we have discussed it even before, but I want to know what is the impact, what is the legacy that Kerry wants to create in this society and leave behind her?
I have one. I want to help thousands, even millions of business owners create successful, prospering businesses. That's my goal. I work at it every day. I want to do some great changes to business, some things that are like, like creating the Ubers that take over the taxi industry, that kind of stuff. So we work on those kinds of transformations with our business owners all the time, and I want to impact millions to do that. I really see that the GDP of a nation, of any nation, is really driven by small business, okay? So I want to help small business owners, get started in business, provide business, successful services and successful products to people, and to really make a huge difference in their lives with their own families. Change your nation by changing your life by being in business. And join a group like CIBN Connect where we can help you get it done.
That's a powerful one, Kerry, and brilliant. So Kerry, is there anything that, because you have done so much for the community, for the entrepreneurs, for the small business, for the nation, in fact. So is there anything that we could do to support you, to help you reach to your 2021 goal faster? Is there anything that as a community, as a society, we could help for you?
You know what? We're always looking for new members, so everyone's welcome to join, the CIBN and visit us on our website at thecibn.com. But I will ask for something special right now. If you know of a networking group that's already in operation, that's having a hard time doing stuff online, and is having a hard time of helping their members become more successful, we're looking to adopt those groups. We would love to have you. And right now, we are actually building some programs, and you're going to see them up on our website, where you can bring a whole group. And if the whole group joins us at once, we have a tremendous special for them. We give them free entry for a period of time so that they can all get in there and get wet and get going. We have some tremendous opportunities for them where we feature them as a group in our magazine. We just have some huge things that we're doing for groups, for whole groups that join CIBN at once. And we have some financial remuneration as well for those that bring those groups. So if you're looking to make some money, you better reach out to me, honey, because I can show you how it's done. Okay. In so many ways, but I tell you right there, that is something we're looking to do. We want to bring on whole groups of people, keep your group intact, you know what, you might be able to keep your branding intact, keep your name intact, all that kind of stuff. We're not actually after, the whole thing where we change you, okay? We want you to be successful. So I just took on a networking group that has hundreds of members in the United States, all in one chunk. And I have so many more that people are reaching out to us that, their group of 20, their group that was meeting live that can't meet anymore, and we're adopting them. And some of them are keeping their websites, keeping their branding. I don't care about any of that. I just want to see you prosper. I want to see your business grow. I want to see you make money. I want to see your children bragging about how their mommy, their daddy was an entrepreneur and it changed my life. And I have a hope in the future because of what they did when they got involved with CIBN Connect. That's the story I want.
Oh boy, that's a good one, Kerry. Really powerful one. Kerry, I mean, I would personally suggest everyone to at least come and have a look, get that feeling, and I'm sure once they are there is no way that they are not gonna join it, because I personally love networking, and you are the networking guru. So Kerry, this is our newest special 2021 episode. Before we end this show, any word of wisdom from the networking guru for us to know and help us through this year, and anything that you want to share on the show?
Well, my whole thing is about how networking really works. And you have to think about it. Networking is like casting a net, okay? You cast a net out into the water, all right? And the whole idea in casting a net is that you don't want to catch one fish. You want to catch thousands of fish at one time, right? So networking works if you work your nets. You got to actually cast that net out, and you got to bring that net into the boat. There's that follow-up with networking that comes. And the other thing about the nets that work, I don't know if you ever looked at a picture of a net, but they're like all the little places where it crosses over like this, there's a tie, there's a knot, okay? It's actually, the net is strongest at the places where the net is tied together, okay? So networking is about communities. It's about being tied together in a community so that together we can prosper and together we win. So that's my word of advice for anybody watching or listening to the show. And that is, get into a network. Nets work. We work together and it will change your life. And I can't wait to be networking with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to blow it out of the water this year, and I just hope you're with us.
Absolutely. And I would recommend that, because since the time I am in Canada, one thing that I have learned is networking. And that has helped me grow. That will help everyone grow out there. So please listen to our networking guru out there. listen to her words of wisdom, and start networking. Connect with her. The CIBN Connect is just amazing. So thank you so much, Kerry, for coming on the show here, for sharing her words of wisdom, for giving us some push. We need that when we have this new year starting after the pandemic, which is still going on, absolutely. But thank you so much, Kerry, for sharing those words of wisdom. It was absolutely a true pleasure speaking with you and learning more about the business, and absolutely 100% agree with what you are saying is that mentorship, networking, and masterclass. Nailed it. Hey everyone, wish you all a very, very happy new year. That was our first episode of 2021 with none other than the networking guru, Kerry George, sharing her amazing tips and tricks for you to make your business successful, your startup, your small business successful. And what she said was amazing. It is working. I would recommend you all to go out, look at her platform, and if there is anything that you can gain out of it, there is no harm. So look for it. And I want to thank all my viewers to be here with me at this moment to learn more and gain more. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year again.